Cool. Alright guys, hello everyone. My name is Mike Zolodnitsky. I have severe hemophilia A. So if you guys haven't had a chance to pick up these booklets, there's 20 stories in here and they're very unique. The one thing that's very similar with all these stories is that they all have a positive end. So there's 20 stories about bleeding disorders and how people have kind of overcome adversity and done whatever they can throughout their childhood and lifetime to really live a good life. And I'm here to share a little bit about my story because when I was diagnosed, my parents really had no idea what a bleeding disorder was. And they also were very scared that my first day of birth, I needed a blood transfusion, I couldn't stop bleeding, and nobody really understood why. So I was actually born in Italy. My parents are from Russia. They have no idea how to speak Italian. It was during the immigration from Russia to America. After my blood transfusion, everyone was still pretty confused. They really did not know what was going on, and we moved to the U.S. and we resided in New York. So growing up, fast forward about 8 years or so, going in and out of the hematology clinic, my mother did not know how to infuse myself. So anytime I had a joint bleed or if I had a big issue, we had to go to the hospital. For coming from a family that we didn't really have a lot of money, coming from Russia, it was very difficult for one or two of my parents to miss a day of work just to take me to the hospital because they didn't know how to infuse at the time. So this was pretty frequent. I would wake up, there would be random days where I just couldn't put any pressure on my leg for no reason at all. I was not really too active in sports because every doctor we went to said, no, you have hemophilia, you shouldn't play basketball, you shouldn't run around with your friends. And to me, this was very disappointing because I felt like I wasn't normal. So, I didn't really talk about my hemophilia to any of my peers or any of my classmates. And that is why I really wasn't too active in the community my first 20 years of my life. But fast forward a few years later when I moved to New Jersey and I met an amazing hematologist out in the New Jersey Center, and he was really the first one who said, you should really start exercising a little bit because doing something that's going to strengthen your joints should help with all your joint problems. And at this point, everyone was like, well, this is crazy. We were told our whole life you shouldn't do anything, so why, if he starts exercising, is this going to cause more trouble and more damage? And this is still the question that people ask today because they already have joint problems, they have restricted range of motion, they have fused joints, and they're like, well, I can't really exercise because that would just cause kind of more damage. So at 13 years old, I started swimming, and I also started to play basketball despite what my mom's fears because she really didn't want me doing that. And I wasn't really the one who just kind of stood outside and shot three-pointers. I was the one kind of, trying to knock people down. Because they were all a lot taller than me, I had to make sure that I had an open access to the rim somehow. So a lot of contact. I didn't play football for the school. I played football with my friends. I know this also seems crazy in the bleeding disorder world, but as I grew, I didn't want to let anything kind of limit me. I wanted to continue and persevere. So I started weight training, and since the age of 13, I've been doing that pretty much every single day for the past 15 years. And I could honestly say in the past 15 years, I have zero joint problems. Aside from, now that I'm getting a little bit older, I notice that all my patients, they say, yeah, as you hit a certain age, like 40, 50, you start feeling things. Well, I'm starting to feel it now, but I think doing the regular exercise has really helped me overcome any hospital visits, has helped me infuse a lot less frequently than I was used to. And when I was about 25, this really led me to kind of pursue the medical field. So I graduated my doctorate in physical therapy. And as I graduated, my main focus is I work in an outpatient orthopedic center out in Old Bridge, New Jersey, but my main focus was to really educate the hemophilia community on what kind of things we can do to exercise more, be more active, to really help prevent joint bleeds. And even for someone that has restricted range of motion or limitations in their mobility, there's always ways to improve. A recent article in 2015 showed that a 6-week program that was combined with land and aquatic exercise for people with severe joint damage, they all improved, every single one of them. They improved their range of motion and they reduced their pain levels. So no matter how much limitations are currently, you can always start an exercise routine. It's very important to try to do one that's appropriate for you, a customized approach, because not every same person is going to be able to do 100 straight push-ups like my man Ruben here. But so you gotta, they ask like, well, what kind of exercises can I do? So I try to go out in the community and I really give options. I've done things where I've put people in the water and I've kind of showed them how to exercise in aquatics. I've shown people taping exercises or bracing to kind of really improve joint health, mobility, and to reduce swelling. I've actually taken leading sort of groups and then we went to a gym. And each person I showed them specific exercise because I can't stand up here and tell everyone to do the same 20 exercises on Monday, then these exercises, because you've never exercised in your life and you start exercising for 2 weeks, you're going to feel a lot of joint soreness. And then some people might confuse that with joint bleeding, and they might get scared and fearful, and they might stop doing these exercises all over because they feel like they're getting hemophiliac bleeds. But it's really important to differentiate, are you actually experiencing a bleed, or is it just general muscle soreness that anybody that hasn't worked out in a month is going to experience? So that's pretty much my story. I really try to educate the community, whether it's on Facebook or Instagram. This is my first World Conference, so I hope to be back again. But you know, I'm here to answer any questions, and I could honestly say that with my kind of dedication to exercise and fitness pretty frequently, I really have no joint problems for the past 15 years, and that has spurred me to the medical field to become a physical therapist and work with the hemophilia community.